What is the keto diet exactly? There is no denying that the keto diet still reigns as one of the most popular and highly researched diets out there right now. But there are two clear sides of the keto debate. There are folks who are all for the high lifestyle and those who absolutely aren't. Let's come to the point. What exactly is the keto diet? Short for ketogenic diet, this eating plan is all about minimizing your carbs and upping your fats to get your body to use fat as form of energy. While everyone's body needs are slightly different, that typically translates to 60 to 75% of your calories from fat, 15 to 30% of your calories from protein, 5 to 10% of your calories from carbs. That usually means eating no more than 50 grams of carbs a day. What is ketosis? After about 2 or 7 days of following the keto diet, you go into something called ketosis, or the state your body enters when it doesn't have enough carbs for your cells to use for energy. That's when you start making ketones or organic compounds that your body then uses in place of those missing carbs. At this point, your body also starts burning fat for more energy. How was the keto diet developed? Believe it or not, the keto diet was originally designed to help people who suffer from seizure disorders, not to help people lose weight. That's because both ketones and another chemical produced by this diet called beta-hydroxybutyrate may help minimize seizures. But people who started following the keto diet noticed weight loss for a few reasons. When you eat carbs, your body retains fluid in order to store carbs for energy, in case it needs it. But when you're not having much in the carb department, you lose the water weight, says Warren. Also, it's easy to overboard on carbohydrates, but if you're loading up on fat, it may help curb cravings since it keeps you satisfied. That plus the fact ketosis encourages your body burn fat means you can end up with pretty dramatic weight loss. Are there different types of ketogenic diets? While it's easy to think that the keto diet is one size fits all, there are actually several different types of keto diets and they all have different benefits depending on what your nutritionist goals are. They all have the same gist, super low carb, high fat, but they each have their own set of unique guidelines. Below are the 4 most common variations of the keto diet. Cyclic keto diet. The cyclic keto diet is similar to standard keto with exception of 1 or 2 days per week. Explain Resetto. 5 to 6 days per week, a cyclic keto dieter will eat according to standard keto guidelines. Then, for 1 or 2 days, they will have a carb cycle, also commonly known as carb refit day. On this day, they will eat about 140 to 160 grams of carbohydrates. It's important to note though, even if you choose to do this diet, that doesn't mean your days off should involve tons of processed foods and desserts. Instead, looking to whole grains, starchy vegetables, and fruits for your carb intake. Number 2, targeted keto diet. On this diet, you follow the guidelines of the standard keto diet with one exception. Before intense workout, you eat carbohydrates, explain Resetto. Typically, targeted keto dieters will consume anywhere from 25 to 50 grams of carbohydrates about 30 minutes to an hour prior to working out. Dieters often find out that this helps them feel stronger and more capable during workouts. While this does take the body out of ketosis temporarily, it will resume within a few hours depending on how many carbs you consume. Essentially, the theory behind this diet is that since the additional carbs are immediately burned off, they won't get stored as body fat. Number 3, vegan keto diet. The vegan keto diet is for individuals who want to follow a high-fat, low-carb diet but do not consume animal products, says Resetto. This can be difficult to achieve as many keto dieters rely on animal products for a large portion of their diet. Common protein sources for vegan keto dieters include tofu, tempeh, nuts and butters, and beans and legumes in moderate amounts. What foods can you eat on the keto diet? Okay, so while there are different variations of keto, let's say you're thinking of following the standard keto diet for the sake of convenience. Just because you're not eating all of your favorite carb foods, that doesn't mean you're going to go hungry. You're loading up on healthy fats along with a plenty of lean protein like grass-fed beef and chicken and leafy greens or other non-stretchy veggies. More good news, snacks are totally allowed. There are plenty of package options that are designed for keto fans. Fat bar is one of them. These snacks bars have 200 calories, 16 grams of fat and 4 grams of net carbs. For coffee drinkers mourning the loss of their vanilla lattice, Bulletproof Coffee is an option. This is your standard coffee but with grass-fed butter and medium-chain triglycerides, MCT oil added to help give you a boost of healthy fats in the AM. What foods do I avoid on the keto diet? Because you'll be focusing on fat and protein and going easy on the carbs, big bowls of pasta or any grain really definitely won't be on your menu. It also means that starchy vegetables like potatoes and carrots as well as legumes like chickpeas, lentils and black beans are off limits too. Another thing, you can't have sweets, artificial or natural, candy, cakes, and donuts are no. And even my fruits aren't allowed. Apples, bananas, pears, they all have tons of sugar, which is definitely a carb. Alcohol is another gray area in the keto diet. Many beers and sugary cocktails are banned on the keto diet, as well as some sweeter wines. Does the keto diet have side effects? It usually takes 3 to 4 hours for your body to go into ketosis because you have to use your body stores of glucose, example sugar first. Any major diet change can give you some issues. Often patients who complains of IBS-like symptoms and feeling wiped out at the beginning of the diet. Those issues can be part of what's known as the keto flu. Other side effects of the keto diet, all of which try to carb withdrawal, can include lightheadedness, nausea, mental cramps, and headaches in addition to tiredness. So should I try keto? The keto diet is not easy or necessarily healthy to follow over a long period of time. Certain types of carbs are good for you. Risetto also cautions that several populations may not be suitable for the keto diet. The ketogenic diet is not appropriate for people with any stage of pre-existing kidney or liver disease. The higher protein intake that is typical of the ketogenic diet can put a great deal of added stress on the kidneys. The emphasis on high-fat foods can potentially lead to or exacerbate to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. You also shouldn't be on the diet if you're pregnant. Fetal growth depends heavily on glucose from carbohydrates, says Risetto. So a diet low in carbs will impact the growth of the baby. If you don't fall into any of those groups and you're interested in following a keto for a short period of time, it's important to set yourself for a success by making sure you have the right ingredients and tools to make it happen.